durability, and adaptability. It emphasizes that need for the institutional net awareness programs and curriculum development. The study proposes a strategic ways for the industry integration, including collaborations between scientists and policy institutions. Ultimately, this paper positions LFPs as a viable, future-ready solution for eco designs, aligning with the global environmental goals and circular economic principles. The methodology for this research in order to investigate the perception and possible uptake of a algae-based material, the study researchers and from the design students. Further, the study quantitative methodology aims to produce statistically significant finding that might pinpoint use the important patterns, obstacles, and possibilities. The study used the Google form for the data collection, ensuring accessibility and convenience for the respondents. A structured questionnaire details and perspective and used a visual aids like pie chart and comparison symbols. So the results are this is the demographic information of the age group, the primary workfield of the respondents. Further, here's the primary field of the respondent that is designing, architecture, engineering, and from the material background, and the design students. On this scale, they have rated the fact that it's very crucial for them to incorporate the right material into their product development. That is engineering. Now, people are currently working with the recycled plastic, biodegradable polymers, and natural fibers, and few of them have worked with the mycelium, which is a fungi-based material. Further, out of the 47% people haven't heard about the material algae beads, but the 52% have heard of the material named algae beads. So, how likely for them to use the algae beads as a material in their design? So, there are few concerns for them such as durability, cost effectiveness, availability, scalability, aesthetic functional qualities, and environmental impact. So, for the 52% who have responded, they have heard about the algae beads, but likely to be proven to use in the upcoming design and the product development. What were the challenges that might face in adopting the algae-based material into the new product development? Are the lack of awareness and information about the material, further limited availability and the production of the material, the high cost compared. Further, the interpretation from the survey was the interpretation from the survey was the dominance of the young participants aged from 18 to 25 indicates an emerging generation of designers who are highly responsive to the sustainable innovation and are open to explore the alternatives to be used in the design. Further, a universal emphasis on sustainability confirms that environmental considerations are now central to the material selection in design practices. The leading concerns for them was the aesthetic, durability of the product, usability of it, and the ecological value factors. So comparison with the literature, so study finds the Bruton's report from 1987, where he defines sustainable development as development that meets the present needs without compromising the future generation. So, research by John and Prudence were current result of affirming material selection and the life cycle impact are the key driven in the sustainable innovation. So, if he or she is designing something, he should be concerned about the whole material, whole process of designing it, from the ideation till the final execution. Afterward, how will it gonna impact the environment? Further, for the implications of design practice, the results suggest that the algorithms hold a substantial promise as a mainstream sustainable material, where 52% of people have known about the materials made from the algae that are algae. For education, institutions must integrate the biomaterial in sum, the finding underscores the critical role of system thinking, infrastructure support, and educational reform in the mainstream biomaterial and anti-use into a global design narrative. Here, a summary of findings. This study affirms the strong potential of LDPs as a sustainable material in the design industry. Although awareness is limited, professionals shows the high interest in adopting such unique materials into their product. LDP is a renewable, carbon absorbing, and low impact, offering an ecological alternative to the conventional material. Their use can contribute to pollution the use can contribute to pollution reduction and promote circular economy practices. The limitation of this research are the cycle was the largely India based, which may limit the global applicability of the insight. The respondent evaluated the material made from the algae theoretically. There is a lack of hands-on experience and the experimentation part from the algae. Further, this study lacks the technical performance testing and the industry level validation. Key industrial and policy stakeholders were underrepresented. For the future work, focus on the material research and the development to enhance the scalability and performance. Promote training and awareness program across educational and professional platforms. Encourage collaborations between designers, scientists, and manufacturers. Advocate for policy support, certification, and industry standards to enable the mainstream adoption. So basically, the aim of this paper was to give an idea that there can be the material, that there are the materials that can be explored from the basic things such as algae. So the process of making, so there is not experimentation has been done. It's just qualitative research from the literature and through a survey. We'll be moving towards the second part of it of the experimentation. So at last, I would like to thank Mr. Vijendra Kumar and Mr. Jagmeet, my co-author, for supporting me and for constantly giving the feedback about the research, and Acharya Institute of Design for hosting the first international Acharya conference. Thank you. Thank you so much. Some of our presenters do have time constraints and they will like to leave early. So I request our principal and vice principal to kindly come up on stage and give away their certificates. I would like to call Dr. Hemlata Gurpuri and her co-author, that's Ms. Vasavi M. Naidu. Can we have a big round of applause for Ms. Vasavi, please? Next, I would like to call Ms. Shraddha Khandala. A big round of applause for Ms. Shraddha, please. Thank you so much, everyone. Next, I would like to call upon Mr. Akash Barman to present his paper. And I'll be his co-author. Can we have the presentation, please?
A very good afternoon, one and all present here. Today, what we are going to present in front of you, it's all about the design and materiality and its. Okay. We are going to explain about is called fondant. I don't know how many of you have heard the term. Yes. So basically, how the fondant evolved in the present. Yes. So basically, how the fondant evolved in the present era. It started almost around 1500. So when in the Europe, basically in France, so what they did, they found the liquid form of a material which is edible to coat on the cake particularly. Now that particular part or the material came 2000 to 2000